Okay. Hello everyone, welcome back to my dying channel, and I am not looking forward to this. So, millennials, they're a thing. They're most commonly referred to as Gen Y. They were people who I believe were born between the years of 1981 or 1996. I do believe those were the years, I could be wrong about that. And millennials have sort of gotten a very unique track record of just being weird online. How about I just show you an example?
And I wanted to talk a little bit about wow. I wanted to talk wow. I want to talk a little bit about wow. Never mind.
Now you want to watch that and be like, oh dear God, is he finally making fun of disabled people? No, that person is faking. If any of you know anyone with tics or Tourette's, you will know that's not how that works, and that's not how that just is. I believe I have actually seen this woman before. It was a really long time ago, and it was proven that she was lying about her illness. It's just become more rampant ever since then. I mean, it's the internet. It's easy to lie about anything. You see a kid with cancer, you gotta wonder if it's AI generated or not, because that's happening a lot on Facebook. I don't know why we can't just have normal shit anymore. I don't know why we can't just, like, I don't know, be a little bit honest, but, you know, whatever. I just want to talk about people faking their fucking medical conditions, because it is such a rampant issue, especially on social media, because so many people want attention, and some of them don't know how to get it just through being honest, or just by making content, or just by enjoying themselves. Rather than doing that, they'd rather lie and pretend to be crippled, or pretend to be a fucking infant. And listen, I want to preface this by saying that I obviously do not condone bullying. I do not condone, or, well, this is my own. I do not condone bullying. I do not condone harassment of anyone shown in this video. I am purely pointing this out because it is an evolving issue within any social media landscape. Hell, even in real life, it's a problem where people are just pretending to be a cripple or pretending to have some sort of illness. What was that one girl who like went to jail because her boyfriend stabbed her mom, and her mom was like faking her illness her entire life? I can't remember her name, but if I find a picture of her, I'll put her on the screen. It's shit like that that just fucking concerns me. Anyway, let's get started. That is not... Jesus Christ. Point of advice, take some acting lessons. That was such a fake fall. Okay, tics and Tourette's do not make you randomly collapse. That is not how that works. And obviously, I feel like I should mention, I obviously do not have Tourette's or tics or anything like that. No shit. But I know people who do. They do not just randomly fall over. And mind you, I might sporadically text them for just like point of guidance because I don't want to talk on my ass here. But like, I don't think I even really need to ask them on this. I don't think people, no one I know with Tourette's or tics have ever complained about falling over to them. That's just not what you do.
I see your Harry Potter fans have popularized reality shifting in order to go to Hogwarts and have sex with Draco Malfoy. It's 4 a.m. I just woke up from a shift of 8 months at Hogwarts.
So as you guys know, when I shifted the first time, I stayed there for 3 whole years.
Dude, same reaction. Same reaction. What the fuck? Listen, as somebody who has very vivid, very like long durational dreams that last longer than I am asleep, I have not had one that lasted that long. Holy shit. The longest I've like dreamt for like, yeah, I'm asleep for like maybe 4 hours because I don't get that much sleep nowadays. I think the longest I've ever been in a dream is like 2 to 3 days, and even then it's like, you know, time kind of warps in and out within like dream time. So like, I don't think I've literally been there for 72 hours. Did you go into a fucking coma? Like, what the shit is, God.
It's not crazy. The first time you shifted, you're gone for 3 years.
Being at Hogwarts is amazing, but when you're there to study and to actually, live the student life, it's good to have a break sometimes.
Dude, why? Say what you want about the K-pop community.
Whoa, okay, no, I'm skipping. I don't want to get in that can of worms. Nope. Listen, I know I look like a horrible guy for laughing. It's just like, listen, I'm not laughing at the idea of anxiety, but like, that's not how that works. Yes, often when I get anxious in public, I start randomly just busting it down. Jesus fucking Christ. What the fuck was that last part? What the fuck is going on? Listen, again, I know people with anxiety. They don't start randomly going like, just fucking it's not what people do. Who are you trying to fool here? Little fucking children? Anyone who knows another person with these things would know that's not how that works. Also, I'm sorry. I am very musically out of tune. I don't know what 3x is. I don't know if there's like some sort of link there. I heard the song, but like, Jesus Christ, like what?
I'm a trauma holder. I don't remember what trauma I'm exactly hold. I just know I hold trauma. I just know it's not sexual trauma.
Not with the fucking freaks playing in the background, man! Come on! I'm very aware that the idea exists, and yes, it is a very real thing. However, if somebody has it, that's not how that works. Can we keep a tally of how many times I'm gonna say that this video? That is not how that works. You don't... When somebody has DID, 90% of the time, they aren't even aware of it. The only time they become aware of it is if someone else brings them in, or if they, like, really feel like something's wrong, or if they just went to therapy for, like, something else entirely, and they end up finding that out. And even then, it takes years, like, upwards of, up to, like, 5 years to even get, like, a crack at it, and... even then you're unsure and there's many things there and it's just a very complicated process. And I don't think anyone with DID would do this. And listen, I understand showing, your illness out and showing it's a real thing and all stuff like that, but that's not how you would do it. Also, that's not how that works. I don't think I need to explain. That's just... let's just fucking keep going.
I have 3 siblings, I believe. Yeah.
You think you have 3 siblings? Your mom get around a lot? That's, again, still not how that works. Do some fucking research. God damn.
Fuck off. Yeah. Fuck off. I'm a zombie. Ooh.
If you want to make a video about doing funny faces and saying words with a filter, just fucking do that. You don't need to fake an illness. I don't know anyone who has Tourette's or tics. To be fair, I don't know that many. I know some, but I don't know that many. But that, oh, God, I hate to keep saying it, but that's not how that works. Okay, I'm gonna have to. What the fuck are we doing here? Lucas Clown, Ziggy Pumpkin, huh? Arlo, Denki 7, wait, Kokichi? What the fuck is Kokichi doing here?
It's a lie!
Hey, that motherfucker's dead! Spoilers, I guess, I'm so sorry. Mikan? I fucking hated Mikan! Alright, Denki, Izuku, I don't watch anime, so like, I know those are from MHA, I mean, literally just said it over there, but like, I don't watch a lot of anime, Dude, that's immediately how you just know. That's how you, I'm sorry. I don't care if this is stereotyping. You could just tell when someone's like, oh, I have this disorder. And there's this anime character. It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. Go on, buddy. Listen, I am willing to put everything on the money here. If I am wrong, send a fucking bomb through my window. Nobody in the conceivable world who genuinely has DID or fuck any personality disorder that isn't like mimicking behaviors that they see, which is basically what children do, but no one with D&D, no one with Dungeons and Dragons watches anime. Sorry, nobody with DID is taking identities of anime characters. That's not how that works. I feel like I'm gonna catch like a case if I say anything about this, because listen, have your own identity and shit like that, but what the fuck does fire self mean? The fuck does that mean? Oh, it keeps going! It keeps going. Okay. So, we have over like 30 things in here. God, someone named you Lemon? God, your parents must have fucking hated you. Oh, Spencer! Fuck Spencer! I hate people named Spencer. Unless you're watching this video. In that case, I love you. Come to my house. What? I just realized the, like, scroller thing. This is page 2 out of 4. That's where it stops? Nah, I want to see the 3rd and 4th page, please! Guys, hold on. A quick interruption. From this beauty. Look at her. Look at her. She's amazing, isn't she? Yeah, she's been crying all day. I don't know why. What do you want? What do you want? Oh, she wants to kill Jews. That's not very good. We'll need to talk about that later. At this point, I'm not even mad at them faking illnesses. Who spells like that? Nobody in the conceivable fucking world spells anything like that. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what the fuck you are. No one spells like that. Where'd you learn to spell from? Mars? God. Who are you? Who raised you? Where are you from? I want to get away from there as far as possible. Elon, take me to Mars, away from whoever spells like that. Oh, God. Okay. Again, I'm bringing out my card. I have friends who have Tourette's and tics. They do not do that. They do not have troubles like that. They are aware there are medications for it, right? And like, if you were actually diagnosed and actually had Tourette's, you'd probably be fucking taking them and not making videos of yourself fumbling. I feel like that, okay, I feel like that was a bit fucking offensive to say, fumbling. This, I guess it doesn't really matter because they're faking, but like, you get my point, right? That is, it's just, it makes people with Tourette's or tics look like children, basically. It almost infantizes them. There's like, they can very properly function. They're working societal people in this world that have tics or Tourette's. Most of them are medicated. And even those who aren't, I feel like they're not nearly as bad as they're portrayed. I mean, is it a real problem? Yes, of course it is. I'm not denying that. But like, I feel like anyone who's just kind of like, oh, I can't function properly, I have it. Again, that felt offensive to do, but like, that's just not how it is. Excluding the first one, I do literally all of those. What are you talking about? Yeah, you do realize that those are very normal, like, just like behaviors people do, right? You know, biting your fingernails, uh, you know, your leg bouncing. I do that constantly. Whenever I'm working or like coding or writing, I'll be sitting on my chair and my leg will bounce. That's normal. It's like, have you ever been on have you ever just like been relaxing and you're clicking a pen? That's basically what that's like. It's a very normal human behavior. Almost everyone I know does it. And then the last one's just spacing out. Everyone's done that. Listen, I'm sorry if this comes out as rude, but you're not special. Spacing out, your leg bouncing, and it's just, these are things people do. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, like, you know, they're not exactly the greatest of human behaviors. Chewing on your fingernails can lead to bad things, but like, mental illness or not, if any music is making you go like, I need to stop doing that. I feel like I'm gonna make someone offended. Listen, if any song's making you do that, please get some fucking help. I have friends that do obviously have like severe anxiety, and they've like told me about how there's songs that speak out to them and make them feel seen. They don't really act like that. You know what they do? They smile. You know, they feel seen, or maybe they cry a little bit. You know, because you know something that's like, oh wow, that's how I feel. And that's a very valid reaction. Not whatever the fuck that was. For example, lore on me, I guess. I watched Stranger Things Season 5. Not that bad, actually. I don't know what all the hate was about. But, Dustin... Or, spoilers, I guess. When Dustin and Steve are, you know, at that ladder scene, and Dustin says that, like, I don't want to happen again. I don't want to lose a friend, stuff like that. That hit really fucking close to home for me, and I was genuinely sad, and yeah, that's an example of like how people react to media that makes them feel seen and makes them feel spoken. It doesn't do that.
Oh, I just went to the rock shop and Blue likes making parents. I'm literally filming TikTok. It's fine, it's fine. Oh, my bad. I didn't know you were filming. Hey guys. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna go. Sorry.
Just put it on the fucking counter at this point. I don't care.
This is Heidi fronting, and yes, we do all have different handwriting, so I'll go show you now. This is my handwriting, Galaxy's handwriting, Scarlett's handwriting, William's handwriting, Daniel's handwriting, Katarina's handwriting, Lily's about 4, so this is her handwriting, Esme's handwriting, and India's handwriting, and that's it.
That's not how that works. And this one, I have evidence for. This looks like someone writing in different handwriting. Okay. Handwriting within ourselves it's mainly muscle memory. It is mostly how we write is how it's like how you throw. You don't throw based on your personality. You throw based on how your body is and shit like that. It's the same with handwriting. If someone actually had a personality disorder or whatever the fuck, they would have damn near identical handwriting. There would be no differences because it's mostly muscle memory. And I don't care what argument you make, you're definitely not quite literally switching bodies. I'm starting to understand the stigma. Is this what you think mentally ill people are actually like? Where have we gone wrong? Okay, how do I get into this? Dear God. I can't. I don't think I can without either sounding really offensive, saying something just mean, or Oh, God. Listen. I know people with, like, severe autism. Like, really bad autism. Not how they act. And I know autism is different for everyone. Not like that. If you are so, like, held down by autism or whatever it is you have, where it's causing you to behave like that, usually you have a caretaker, and usually they wouldn't let shit like this happen. I think you're just acting like an idiot, and I think I know what you're doing, and you know what you're doing, and you're just, god damn it. What the fuck did that have to do with your mental illness? That's just you being a petty dick. Or, I guess not really. I mean, your dad was being kind of a dick, but like... Yeah, that's just kind of being petty. I don't really see what that has to do with mental illness. Your dad says your skirt's too short, so you cut it shorter. Yeah, I think, like, mentally clear people would do that. Like, cause, like, it's just what teenagers do. They rebel. They're rebellious. It's whatever. I feel like, you know, calling that, like, a mental illness thing... How do you fucking trick someone to thinking they're taking a photo when they're not? Okay, so I should probably mention, I completely misunderstood what this meant. Apparently this is like some sort of trend where it's just like, oh, think you're taking a picture by staying really still. Something like that. Yeah, I thought this meant like someone started recording on their phone, handed it to someone who had quote-unquote tics, and tried making them think that they were taking a photo. So, keep what I just said. Keep what I'm such a fucking dumbass. If you hand anyone a fucking phone, I can't use my real phone because I'm using it to record, but like, if you give anyone a phone and you're like automatically recording front face camera, they're gonna see that. You can't I don't care how technically illiterate someone is. You could do that to your fucking grandma and be like, why are you recording? It's just like, people are that fucking dumb. I mean, maybe it'd work on a child, but like, I feel like even an old person would be like, wait, what the fuck? You know, I kind of woke up today and I was getting ready to record this. I was gonna make this another episode of like conservative comedy, and then like this kind of showed up because one of my friends reminded me of some people who do this shit. God, I should have just gone with a conservative comedy, man. I am treading a fine line here. Second, or I guess third video here, and I am risking everything. Fuck, even I didn't even like that. You know what? Maybe I might just had the same reaction. Jesus Christ. Yeah, my ears did not like that. God, that's like the one case where I can actually see the reaction. I don't even think that's... if listening to that and having that reaction makes you have tics, then fuck, I got him. Jesus Christ. Oh, duh. Made my neck feel uncomfortable. This is heading up on 44 minutes. I need to stop. Let me get my fucking chair. I want to talk about something, okay? Mental illness is a very real thing, and there are people who suffer from it from every day, and people who do not get the help that's needed for them. And that is a very big issue, and not only in America, but everywhere. People faking this is making real damage to everybody. The more people fake these type of behaviors and faking having tics and faking personality disorders, the more it makes people already doubt when people genuinely have these things. I have friends that do not admit that they have certain illnesses because people look at them weirdly for having them. And they're obviously very real things, but since so many people fake them, it's seen as weird, or if anyone has them, then they're lying and stuff like that, and it causes issues. Am I crazy to say that faking an illness for online popularity is like just fucking horrible? I mean, I'm not the most moral guy in the world. Anyone who knows me actually knows me is watching this video would know that for a very good fact. Not even I would do this. I mean, to be fair, I'm not really like an attention seeker that much anymore nowadays. I used to be when I was a kid, but like even as a kid, I wouldn't even do shit like this. God. it almost, another problem I have is the infantilization. Is that the right? I'm tired of this shit right now. The infantilization of just people who with these disorders, where they make them seem like dumb animals, and it just it rubs me the wrong way, because it makes them seem like they're not people when they are. They are just genuinely people, and people who have some problems that, yeah, sure, can get in the way, can be annoying, but it doesn't make them any less human than the guy who's next to you on the bus, or the person who served you your coffee, or you bumped into the grocery store. Having these things does not make you any. It actually, it does make you different, but it doesn't make you different in a bad way. It doesn't mean you should be seen as less or more, or it doesn't mean you should have any more or less attention. I mean, obviously you get medical attention and stuff like that, obviously, but like it's such a fucking horrible thing that so many people have to hide their own illnesses for the sake, because people keep faking them online and making them seem like they're dumb, just brainless fucking idiots. I mean, there are people to this day that believe when someone has autism that they're like completely fucking mentally tuned out the entire time, when people who actually have autism, or people who know people who actually have it, no, that's not what that's like. And there's a lot of reasons to blame for that. There's obviously people who happen to just be very childish and have autism. There's the good doctor, which I know that's been talked about a lot, but like, it's against these showings of autism that aren't real and are not authentic to how it's actually shown and how it actually is. And it causes so much stereotypes of what neurodivergent people are like. And it is like, I am so lucky to not, to my awareness, have any like super bad, mental illnesses or something like that. Like, nothing apart from the norm. And even like, I just can't imagine how it feels to actually have these illnesses and have people look at you like you're different, have people like, or be scrolling on social media and see people who are obviously faking these things that you actually have. I could not imagine how that feels. It's just fucking awful, and I know why they do it. It's for attention, but like, it's just so fucking awful to do, and Jesus Christ. Well, if you like this video, like it. If you want to subscribe, why? Until then, I'll see you then.